Good morning, everybody. It's J.R. Fisher, and I'm so glad that you're here. We've got a packed house today, which is great. And I'm saying good morning, but I also mean good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you're at. I know we got people from all over the place, and I'm going to click over here. I have no assistance today. Jessica's not here. So you guys got to bear with me. I'm going to go to the chat now. Please let me know if you can hear me. Just put something in the chat box and then we'll go back to the presentation. Want to make sure that everybody can hear me. Just type something in the little chat area if you can hear me. All right, I'm not seeing chats, guys. Can you hear me? Put something in there. Okay, so Ron says he can't hear me. So that's good. I've got Omar from Saudi. Very cool. Jim can hear me. Cool. You can put where you're from too. I love seeing that. I love seeing people. Okay, I got somebody from South Africa. Sarah. I have Margaret from New Zealand. She can hear me. So that's good. Okay, so I've accomplished that much all by myself. And I kid about that, guys, but I'm not a technical person. There's Jim. Hey, how you doing, Jim? Let's see. If I couldn't, how would I tell you? Yes, this is very true, Jim. Raise your hand if you're not here. Okay, do that for me, please, real quick. Okay, and Tanya's there. I see her. But like I say, guys, I'm not a technical person, so if that's one of your obstacles, when I started 9 years ago, and I've told the story before, but I had a really hard time with simple things like email. And it was like, I hate to admit this, but when I was responding to somebody's email, I didn't know that there was a reply button. So I would copy their email address and then paste it and then email them. So that's my level of expertise back then. Now I've obviously gained a lot since then, but I'm still no wizard at that. I'm good at sales and marketing and ideas and talking and all that good stuff. If you aren't good in a certain area, get somebody to assist you. It's no big deal. There's plenty of stuff out there to help you. I did something to help you guys out because I always get asked in these sessions, I need links to things and I need all that information. Can you provide that? So if you look in the handouts area, there's like a little arrow, and if you click on it, there's a handout in there, and it's got links to like ClickFunnels and Aweber and all that good stuff you'd want, links to our private Facebook group. So if you want to join any of that, you can certainly do that. So let's dig right into that. I'm really excited today. I've done a couple things. I've put together a little walkthrough video of a part of Facebook that you probably don't even know exists. They don't tell anybody. I don't know why they do this. Facebook comes out with a really cool thing that allows you to spy on other people's ads. No kidding, guys. You can literally spy on other people's ads now. They're copy everything they're doing. The top ones out there. And you can actually, they will let you clone their ads where you can actually take their ads from them. So, that's kind of crazy, but you can actually do that. You can do a mock-up of their ad. And I'm going to show you where that is today so all of you can find it and utilize that good stuff. So let's jump right in here first. And this is where we're at. And I've been doing a lot of Facebook stuff. We're part 11. This is the 11th one I've done on Facebook, and we really haven't scratched the surface. I'm going to probably veer off a little bit and do some stuff on WordPress and Shopify and all those other things too, because I know a lot of you guys work in those areas. But I've just had so much demand for Facebook that it's just crazy. And if we also have a course coming out on Facebook ads. And I'm working on that, but it's just, there's so much details to that. So I'll let you know when that happens. If that's something that interests you, send me an email. I'm training at jrfisher.com, and I'll make sure you get on the list there. And of course, people who are already members, I give discounts to and all that good stuff. But it's really cool because it's a bunch of videos, walkthroughs. As a matter of fact, I've used some of the videos from these coaching calls on that Facebook training. So that's pretty awesome stuff. I think you'll like that. And it's all stuff we actually do and my coaching clients do. I have a coaching client I was working with yesterday, and they're doing about $500,000 in sales and in a year. Okay. And they want $1 million a month. Okay. So that's their goal. So I don't know what your goal is. You know, some people want to make 100,000 a year. This, you know, this gentleman wants to make 12 million a year, and he'll do it. And you know, it'll happen. He's working real hard on it, and he's got some good credentials. And he's one of my clients now, so we're working with him. So that's pretty cool stuff. Somebody's asking me if I do coaching. I do, but you know, and there's a link on that Word doc there. But I got to tell you, I'm pretty full now at this point. You're welcome to use that link and, you know, apply for coaching. And when I have a spot available, I'll let you know. I don't have anything right now, unfortunately. Okay, so the problems people have with Facebook ads. Let's look at them. Okay, number one, wasting money. Okay, I mean, a lot of us do these Facebook ads, and I mean, holy crap, you can waste a lot of money. Sorry, I just lost my screen here, guys. Let me get back to my screen. All right. Okay. All right. So we're good. So wasting money is the number one problem. The next thing I hear is having bad images. You know, not really having a great image to put up there, not knowing how to do an image, and we're going to cover a lot of that today. So that's another issue they have. Another one is bad videos. You know, they don't know how to do a video, and you know, if you don't know how to do that, it's better to stay away from it, because I've seen some really bad ones out there. And you know, the scary thing is, just because somebody else is doing something doesn't mean it's working. You got to figure the majority of the people that run ads on Facebook are not getting good results. The majority, and I hate to break that news to you, but they just don't know what they're doing. Okay, and I see some of the ads, and I'm like, holy crap, they're wasting their money. So we want to cover some of that, and I want to share with you some of those things that mess you up so that you don't have that problem. The next one is bad copy. What's copy? That's just what it says. You know, it's whatever you've written down for the people to, you know, read. That's your ad copy. And then the last one, of course, this one I cannot help you with. It's a bad offer. So if you've got a product that isn't priced right, or you've got a crappy product, or you've got a product that anybody can get anywhere, you know, it's just not going to work for you. Okay. If your offer is not good, it doesn't matter, you know, how good your ads are, how good your images are, how good your videos are, and how good your ad copy is. It just doesn't matter. You know, you've got to have a really super awesome offer. It's got to be unbelievable. Okay. And understand, when you're running these Facebook ads, your goal is to gain a customer. It's not to make money on that initial product. And I try to explain that to people. You know, I mean, I'm thrilled if my ads break even, because I know that I'm going to email them on down the road. I'm going to make more money on them. So if I'm breaking even, I'm getting customers for free. And that's really how you have to think about it, because the big guys, that's how they're doing it. So when they're doing it that way, and all they care about is breaking even, they can spend more to get that customer. And if they spend more, that drives the cost up. And if that drives the cost up, if you can't spend as much as them, then you can't gain customers. So you've got to think of it that way. You've got to have a follow-up plan. Or you end up like this. What does it say? I'm so broke, if somebody tried to rob me right now, they would just be practicing. That's sad. That's sad. We don't want that to happen to you, right? That's terrible. Okay, now creating ads that get good results. Sometimes we'll make mistakes on our copy. It's a good idea. You see the sign here. McDonald's is selling anus burgers. It's a really good idea when you do these ads to double, triple check them. Have somebody close to you look at them. Have a friend, or you know, somebody in your office or something. Read these things over, because you know, no matter who you are, you're gonna. I make mistakes. I make mistakes every frigging day, and it's frustrating, and I don't like it. But you know, it's just part of life. Humans make mistakes. You're not going to be perfect. You're gonna have mess ups. That's just going to happen. Okay. So make sure you're looking over all this stuff. Next up, I want to ask you a question. Okay. And, you know, you can put some responses there. What if you could do these things? What if you could see Facebook's best video ads right now? I mean, actually, you had a place you could go to, and at this instant, you could see the best video ads. How would that make you feel? Tom says, that would be awesome. Sharon says, yeah, I'd love to do that. Eric likes it. Okay, cool. All righty. Mohammed says, oh, I'm all in. All right, cool. Well, today, I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, some of the best video ads on Facebook. And you're going to be able to do it after this call on your own for free. You're going to be able to go out there and look at these best video ads, okay? And you're going to see how they're doing. So that's pretty cool. Now, let me ask you another question. What if you could see Facebook's best image ads? You had access to all the ads and the ones that were really, really good, okay? And the images that really converted. What if you had access to all those? Today, you're going to have access to all of those. Pretty cool, right? And what if you could see Facebook's best carousel ads? Are you seeing a trend here? The trend is I'm going to show you how to see all the best stuff, okay? You could see Facebook's best ad copy on all the best ads, okay? That's awesome, right? What if you could do this? What if you had the ability to test your images? You know how you have an image with text on it? If you had the ability to test your images with text to see if they would pass the standards before you bothered to do this whole ad, and it saved you tons of time. What if you could do that? You can. There is a section in Facebook that will allow you to upload an image with your text on it, and it will analyze it for you and tell you in advance before you do your ad. God, would that save you time or what? I mean, that save you an enormous amount of time. So that's pretty cool. Somebody said they got out of the webinar and just got back in. It took them 10 minutes to do it. Yeah, don't get out of the webinar. If you get out of the webinar, the way this software works, as soon as somebody's waiting to get in, they keep trying, they keep clicking, they're going to grab your spot. So do not, under any circumstances, leave if you want to get this information, okay? This is free stuff. This is going to make you money. But if you're not here and you lose your spot, I can't help you out with that, okay? So yeah, don't log out. Don't do that. So you need to stop trying to figure out what's working from scratch. That's what everybody's trying to do. They're trying to go, hey, I wonder if this image would work. I wonder if this image would work. I wonder if this text would work. I wonder if this headline would work. Stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that, because unless you're an expert at this and you've done this thousands and thousands of times, the odds of your ideas working are not real good. So what we have to do is we have to use other people's ideas, okay? And they're already successful. Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you take some of the best stuff that's out there and use it for your company? Because that's what we want to do. All right, so here it is. It's called Facebook Creative Hub. All right, Mark says, I've never heard of that. Yeah, and you know, it's pretty amazing because it's actually been out since 2016, but they don't talk about it and they don't tell you how to get there. Crazy, right? I mean, that's insane. Why wouldn't they do that? So what I want to do is I want to show you, and I made this video a little bit earlier, so my voice may sound a little bit different, but I just made it. I want to walk you through how this works so that you can see how it all works. All right, Eric says, oh, I'm all in for that. Yep, okay. And you're going to know how to use this Facebook Creative Hub. So, all right, so let me play this real quick. Okay, guys, here I am at facebook.com/ads/creative hub. Okay, so when you get there, it's going to look like this. It won't have this here. This is a mock that I did, but I just want to kind of walk you through this because this is pretty amazing. Let me switch over to the right account here. Okay, so there's nothing in this account right here. And what this is this is a place that Facebook has actually curated all the top ads, images, everything you can imagine so that you can look at it and, as they say, get inspired. So let me click this Get Inspired button right here. And you end up on a page that looks like this that's loading here. Now, when you get to this page, what you're going to see is all these different choices of ads. So you could look at stories, people who run those. You could look at collections. You could look at canvas, videos, vertical video, 360 video, slideshows, carousels, and images. So they give you a whole bunch of examples here, but let's just click on here and see what we find. So as I click on image here, all these will populate. Okay, so we're starting to see some of these ads pop in here. Let's take a look at them. This first one here is MJ Beal. Now, this is a Facebook image one, and we can see all the text that they've used in this. We see the image they've used. We've even got a little description of what they were trying to do with this particular ad. If we wanted this ad on our mobile, we could click send to mobile, and it would actually send a notification to me, right? And I can view that ad. And let's look at some of the other ones in here. This one here is Wix, and we see Wix all the time. I mean, Wix is constantly advertising, and they, of course, sell the service of building websites. You can build your own website. But if you notice the text copy here, there's not a lot to it. Show the world who you are with a stunning website. They do use the word stunning website constantly, I know, in their ads. And down here it says create your own stunning website. And I bet if you clicked on it and went to that particular link, it would say something about stunning websites. And that's the one thing you can pick up from looking at this is make sure that everything is congruent. In other words, whatever you're saying here, maybe something similar you're saying here, it'll also be on the landing page when they get there. This congruency keeps your brain on the right path. If, for instance, if you put stunning website here and stunning website here, and when they clicked on it, it said awesome website, that one little difference could stop people from going forward on your particular ad or offer. I know that sounds crazy, but that's how our brains work. And let's look at another one here. This one here is a picture, and this one here I kind of have a hard time with, but you know, this was created with the help of Ogilvy, and basically it's called Donate Life. They're asking you to give up your body parts. So I'm not sure if they're saying this little girl should give up her body parts or she wants your body parts. I guess it's she wants your body parts. I'm not sure which. So let's take a look at another one here. This is an interesting one here. This is Beats by Dre. And as we all know, he sold that company, made a lot of money. This is straight out of Holly Grove. Okay, so this is what they're doing. Hashtag straight out of Holly Grove to the top of the charts. Lil Wayne did it. Where's yours? Okay, so I don't know if they're saying that if you got these, you know, Beats by Dre, that you would have a hit song, but I guess they're kind of insinuating that. Let's see what else is in here. This is Shelter Pet Project. The Gabby, whoops, it just went away. Oh, well, can't look at that one anymore. Maybe I can get it back. Okay, there it is. The Gabby, owner of the Miami record for being woman's best friend, I think it said. It went away pretty quick there. And then you can search for pets right here. Look. Okay, your women's best friend is a shelter pet. So adopt a shelter pet is right here. And I want to look at when it goes back here 1 second for one thing. And they've got Shelter Pet Project right here. This is the page it's going to run from. So if you wanted to make up your own mock-up of one of these, you could actually just click right here. But I want to go back first, and I want to look at some of the other examples they have. If I wanted to look at video ones, I would click right here. Now, these are some of the best video ones. Let's take a look at this one here and see what this is. And it's just a video of the food being eaten. Don't miss out on this tasty treat. This is, who is this? Macmillan. The world's biggest coffee morning rises over 27 pounds million to support. Okay, so this is one that's not in dollars, but that's okay. This is M&M's in the UK. Okay, and this is what they're doing with the video. They're making a bunch of designs, and it catches your attention if you notice. It's really bright. Stuff's going on. They've got their little animated characters here. Let's see what else is in here. This is oatmeal. Okay, Quaker Oats. How we feel after we've had new oats. So simple protein. Okay, so now they're saying you can get protein from oatmeal. I haven't heard this one, but this is their video right here. Let me scroll through and take a look at another one. This one is somebody riding a horse. We are not our surroundings. We are what we choose to be. We choose to be cowboys. Okay. And this is Guinness. This is for beer of all things. Okay. But this obviously gets your attention. This is something really cool here. So, what is this one here? Coconut Oreo Thins. This is what they did for their video. So these are all just going to kind of give you an idea of what you can do. And I want to show you how you can create mock-ups too. So let me, and they'll let you sort it like more than 15 seconds or 15 seconds or less. I'm going to get out of this for just a second, and I'm going to go to manage mockups. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to create mockup, and then we can decide what kind of mockup we want. Now, what is a mockup? Well, basically a mockup, and I'm going to hit single image, is an ad that you mock up, or you do a ad in here first, and you kind of play around with it. This way, you don't actually go into your ad account itself. You're staying within this creative hub thing, so that it doesn't mess up your ad account if you're concerned about that. Now, this image right here is going to be from a page that you share. So you would, if you want to pick an image right here, I would, let me pick something real quick. Something's going to fit in that circle there. We got a lot of images in here. There must be something you could pick. I'll pick that one there, or I'll pick that one there and see if it works. You'd want to have one that was the right size and all, of course. And then it's going to upload it here, and then it's going to put it over here for you in just a second. It's a little bit slow, but it will do it. There it is. Okay, so put a little circle with my picture in there. Now your actual ad would be right here. Your text is right here. So I would say, get my book now. Okay. And then it's going to put the headline, the text over there. And it says, get my book now. Okay. And then we slide down. I'm going to slide down to headline here. Now we have to put a website URL. So I'll put my website in here. And it's got to be a good one. It checks it. So it's going to know. All right. And there's checking that particular website URL. Okay. And it says it's good. And then you can put a display link here if you want. That's optional. This is the URL that will be shown to people who see your ad. It can be shortened or reformatted link, but it must direct to the same place as your destination URL. So it's got to go to here. So, I don't know if there's any point in actually putting that in there. Headline, get the best e-commerce book. All right. And as I type that in, hit enter, that's going to populate over here. It takes just a second for this to do that, or longer than a second, but it will do it. Okay. So I'm going to put in here the best e-commerce book on how to find products to sell online. Now, I would definitely not use this for an ad, but I'm just kind of showing you how it works. And then when I want to put my image in, where's my image at? Right here, select image. And I just want to kind of show you how this is going to look. It's kind of a cool one. I love this image, but it didn't work. The brighter image worked better to sell my book, but I'm going to stick it in there just so you can see it. Boom. So there it is. Get the best e-commerce book, the best e-commerce book on how to find products to sell online. So you see this gets truncated right here, just so you know that. So that's all there is to that. And you can create this mock-up here. And let's see here. I can save it. And I can call this products book. And save. Now, the cool thing about this is once I've done this, I can actually share this with somebody on my team. They can go in there, they can look at this mock-up, they can make changes. I can actually send it over to, let me get back here for 1 second. It'll also let me move my mock-ups right here you see to my business account. I'm gonna say not now. So here's the one we just created here. And if I wanted to look at it, and look at a new tab, I could do that. If I wanted to copy the link to show somebody else, I could do that. If I wanted more options, I could click here. I could import it. I could duplicate it. I could delete it. Okay. If I click right here, I could do the same thing. I could also send it to mobile. I could move to business, right? Whatever business I wanted to, like this is an ad account we have right here. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do with it. So this is just a really cool place. Oh yeah. This one here is really cool. Right here, I can do what's called an image text check. Okay. So what that means is a lot of times we'll put text on images and we're not sure if it's too much text or not. So what you can do is click upload right here and see if I can find one that has some text on it. Okay, so I just pulled over a cover for one of my books, the book jacket, and I'm going to let them tell me if it has too much text on it. I would assume this one does, but let's just see what Facebook says and says if it's okay or not okay. Okay, so this is what it came back with. It says, your ad reach may be much lower than usual because there's too much text on this. I know there is, because if there's over 20%, it's too much text. So it's already telling me right now I'm gonna have a problem. So this is something that's really cool. If you've got some images and you just want to pull them into the Creative Hub and check to see the text, if you're gonna have a problem on it, it's better to fix it now. Because if you don't fix it now, and then you submit your entire ad and they blow it out because of your image, they're going to start looking at everything else probably a lot harder too, so you don't want to do that. The next thing you can do is you can view formats right here. So if you wanted to view a single video right here, a slideshow, 360 video, you can view examples. So if you need some ideas, you can hit examples right here. And this took me over to that example part in 360 videos. So I could look at, let me grab one here. So this is a 360 video. Right here is pretty cool. You can see what people did there. Here's a neat looking angle. So if you want to do that, and you can record these on your iPhone or your smartphone and create a 360. Not that hard to do. So let me X out of this. So this is a great place to go if you really want to dig into the ads. You want to see some good examples of ads. You want to, maybe get your creative juices flowing a little bit right here. Let's look at this one. This says collection here. Let's look at this one right here. This is a collection, and this is Lowe's Home Improvement. This is kind of cool. Now, what they've done is they've done a video and just really sped it up. Okay. And that kind of gets people's attention too. Understand, when you're doing ads, you don't want to look at all the ads and copy what everybody else is doing, because for the most part, most of the ads on Facebook aren't good. I mean, let's face it, it's people trying stuff, so they don't know what they're doing. So what you want to do is have an ad that's a little bit different. Like, I ran an ad for my book and I had a black and white picture instead of a color, and that did better than the color one because people weren't used to seeing black and white. In this case here, they did a video, but they did it much faster because people aren't used to seeing fast videos. So you kind of got to think out of the box. But that's basically how you use the Creative Hub. I hope you got something out of this, and I want you to go try this and see how it works for your ads. Okay, guys, let me get to the question area. Give me 1 second here. Questions. Okay, I got a lot of questions. Wow, lots of questions. Hey, and guys, put in your questions about this. This is where you're going to learn the stuff. This is the time and the place to ask those questions. So let me get to some of those. Somebody says, that's awesome. Very cool how you can do that. Yes. So, all right. So let me go down some of these questions and type yours in there, guys, even if it's specific about your site, whatever you want to do. I want to know, what the questions that you're asking. Okay. So first off, somebody said, should ads be ran from a business account? Yeah, they definitely should. And, you don't want to use your personal account to run ads. That's really unprofessional. And it doesn't cost you anything, so you want to have a business account. And of course, you're going to have a page for your business also. So that's very important. I've got another question here. Do you have a mailing list provider you recommend? They're all pretty good. All the big ones. I guess I have the recommendation I would give you would be the one that's actually on that sheet there. That's a download, guys. So if you go to, it's under handouts there. That's Aweber. However, if you're pretty technically inclined, you may want to go to Kartra. Kartra does everything. Okay, it'll build pages for you. It's got membership sites in there. You can host videos in there. It does your emails in there. It does your sequences. So, depending on what you want to use, I would appreciate it. Those are our affiliate links, so if you'd use that, it'd be great. And a lot of times it'll give you an additional discount or a free trial, so you can try that stuff out. So that's what I would say. I would say, start off with Aweber if you don't have the experience. If you do have experience, I would bump over to Kartra, and there is a link in there on those handouts for both of those. When you click on the handouts, you just click download, and it will actually download it to your computer, and you'll have all that good stuff. Let's see here. What is the address for the Creative Hub? Yes, address for Creative Hub is facebook.com/ads/Creative Hub. Now, when you get there, what you want to do is go to the top left-hand corner and make sure, because if you've got 2 or 3 different accounts, that's going to affect it. We've got a bunch of accounts in there. Drop down and make sure you're pulling from the right account, okay? Very important that you do that. I got another question here. Somebody is saying, can you run ads with a MLM and reword it? I think you're going to have a problem on Facebook. They don't like multi-level stuff. They just don't. I would stay away from that, Raymond. But I'm sure there's other platforms you could use, like native advertising. And if you type that into Google, you'll see what that is. But basically, your ad will appear on other people's websites. I would run that as native ads. If we do a mock-up in Creative Hub, will it appear in my ads account? No and yes. It's gonna appear in your Creative Hub account, but for it to actually appear in your ads account, for you to run an ad with it, you're going to need to pull it over. Okay, so there's a spot in there where you can send it to your ad account and it'll be there. So you can do it, but it's initially going to just be in your Creative Hub. Why would you want to use Creative Hub? Okay, fair question. Well, Creative Hub lets you do a lot of things. Number one, it lets you see top ads. It gives you examples of just about every good one that's out there. In addition to that, once you see those good ones, you can actually do a mock-up of one of those and use their ideas for your ad. So somebody else has spent thousands or maybe millions of dollars and came up with an ad that worked well, and you have access to it. I mean, that's pretty insane, and it's free. Facebook provides this to you. Somebody's saying, why would they do that? Well, the answer is obvious. They want your money. If they give you some ads and some stuff to work from, then of course, you're going to do more ads. They're going to make more money. I mean, it's the way of the world. Does everyone have access to Creative Hub? You should, if you have a business account, have access to Creative Hub. You do have to be logged in to your business account for Creative Hub to work. But yeah, everybody should have access to it. That's not, and there are some tools that Facebook reserves for big advertisers. So and I don't know if you know this or not, but everybody's Facebook, when you log in, looks different. I mean, the tools you have, the different things you have access to, it's all different. Somebody said, this is Petria. Hey, Petria, I haven't seen you in a while. Can you write the creative link in the question answer box so we can get it? Sure, I can do that. It is www.facebook. A little slow typing here, guys. I am not a fast typist, so everybody worries about their technical skills. You don't need them. I've made millions of dollars and I don't have any technical skills. So, and that is ads. I'm getting it almost there. And that is Creative Hub. And I think that will get you there. You could also Google this, but it is in the comment box now. I will send it to all. So you should have that there. Hope you can see that there, Patreon. What's the next question? When did Creative Hub start? I've never heard of it. Well, you've never heard of it because they don't tell anybody about it, which it's insane for them to put all this work into something and not do it. But I believe it was in the mid 2016. So it's been around a while, but people are just now discovering it. They don't know anything about it. And that's the advantage of us all hanging out together, guys. If you're learning how to do e-commerce from somebody who used to do it and now they just do courses, they don't know about any of the new stuff that comes out because they're not doing it every day. I do this stuff every single day. I was in Kartra all day yesterday building stuff in there. So if somebody asks me a question about this brand new software that's been there 60 days, I know it. And I not only know it, I don't just hand it off to my team, I do it. you know? So that's, when you're getting any kind of instruction, whoever's telling you how to do something, make sure they're still doing it. Make sure it isn't like something they did weeks or months ago, because they're not going to be able to help you. They really won't. Somebody says, will there be a replay for the section? It's not really a replay. What we do is we record all these sessions, and then we're going to put it in the Facebook group. Somebody's asking, where's the Facebook group? The Facebook group is also going to be on that handout there. And if you go to that handout, download it, it'll have a link to the Facebook group. You need to click and, ask to join that group, and we can get you in the group if you want to do that. So yeah, so that video will be in there, and usually I'll post a link, right afterwards, so that you guys, can watch it. What software would you recommend for building funnels? Wow. There's so much stuff out there, and I'm not saying what I recommend is the best. I'm saying what I recommend is what I know, what I use, and it's the best of what I've personally found. So, number one on the list would have to be ClickFunnels for building funnels. And you'll see a link on that download handout sheet there. And I would say they're number one because they've been around the longest. They don't do as much as Kartra does. Kartra is every bit as good as ClickFunnels. And I'm switching everything over to Kartra. I got to admit that, so I don't want anything. I want everything to be transparent. And I'm doing that because in Kartra, I can do everything ClickFunnels does and do everything Infusionsoft does and everything Leadpages does and everything membership sites do. So that's why I'm doing that. So if you've got some level of expertise, go with Kartra. Otherwise, go with ClickFunnels. And you can integrate, shoot, with Kartra, you even have an email provider, so you don't even need like Aweber or anything. It's really cool stuff. Somebody says, do you do private coaching? Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I do it, but I don't have any spots now. If you want to apply for that, you're welcome to. I can't tell you when you would have a spot open. I'm sorry, I just can't right now. Petra says, I've had surgery and missed a little bit. I'm sorry about that, but I hope you're feeling better and doing better, and I'm really glad to have you back. Really am, man. We have so many people that are regulars in the group, and we actually become friends and we know each other. One of the clients that I have for private coaching now came through somebody that I knew in a meetup group that I did 3.5, 4 years ago. So it's like, sometimes I work with people for like a super, super long time before we ever really do any business. And sometimes we don't do business. Sometimes they get the information, they go out there and apply it, and they just make money. We get a lot of people who post in the group, hey, I just made this sale, I made this sale, I'm making this amount of money. And I think that's pretty cool too. I've got time for maybe a couple more questions. I'm all alone today and doing this. I can handle this though. I can do this. Look at this. I actually got the screen to show up. Isn't that cool? Let's see here. Tanya has a question, and it's about goal setting. Oh God, I love this. I love goal setting. Getting first few sales, building a list of email subscribers, and setting up responder series. Then look at realistic cash return expectations. What time frame would you expect to see cash flow? This is a long question, guys. Hang in here with me. I only discovered this system about 6 weeks ago, and I feel like I'm trying too long on certain areas with funnels. Should I have one ready to link to the first ads or wait until I find a winner? Well, you don't know when you have a winner, actually, Tanya, because what we do is we pick 8 to 10 audiences, we pick 4 to 5 images, and we pick 4 to 5 different products, and we start testing. And I don't care how long somebody's been doing this. I don't care if they've been doing Facebook ads since the beginning of Facebook ads. You're going to have failures. It's just the way it is. Now, the key is to know how to test. And if you know how to test, and that is a process in itself, then you do well. And we never start with any more than $5 a day, guys. So don't go out there and spend 50 or 100 bucks a day, because you can just blow through your budget in no time. That's the key to this $5 a day testing, is we see which ones get clicks. We see which ones go to our landing page. We see which ones get conversions. And then we start to narrow that down. And then once we find ones that work, guess what? We break it again. And we break it again by going, okay, that image is working on that page. Let me try another image and send it to that page and see what that does. So every time you get something that works, we add to it. the two biggest questions I get from anybody who starts in e-commerce, and they're always these two questions: how much can I make, and when can I make it? That's it. Those are the two questions. Well, how much can you make? I know people that make millions a month. I mean, we're in the millions a year, but there are people out there who literally make millions of dollars a month. So I guess that's what you can make because they're making it. Realistically, are you going to do that right off the bat? Probably not. Probably not. But getting to 5 or 6 figures a month is not that hard to do. All you got to do is have a few products that hit, and you're educated and you have a process. Okay. And that's what we teach in all my courses. And this is not an advertisement for my courses. I don't even have links in that sheet for my courses. If that's something you're interested in, send me an email, or I don't know, message me or something like that. But the point is, if you get out there and you spend money on ads and you don't have the education, or you've gotten education from somebody who hasn't done it, you're not going to do too well. Patrick says, I have a Shopify question. What's your recommended suggestion for finding niches that sell in 2018? It seems that everything is super saturated. It's not. It's really not. Your brain is going to start telling you that you can't do stuff, and it's going to tell you everything's saturated. Man, people are making millions of dollars a day. They really are. There's people making a crazy amount of money. As far as finding niches, we use AdWords. And we train that in the courses to see what people are actually searching for. Instead of going out there and saying, I think these niches do well, we just go into AdWords and we put in a few terms and we find out what people are searching for. And if we see a large volume of people searching for, I don't know, flower arranging in country settings, then we go out and try to find a product like that, and we just hammer that audience. And that's the way to do it. It's not really, and I have a book, and you can probably search it online. It's 4 Steps to Finding Profitable Products to Sell Online. You just type that into your Facebook, and you'll probably find one of the ads for it. But that's like a 40-page book that tells you how to go out there and find products. Really simple thing to do. We sell that for a whole $5.60, by the way, so we're not getting rich off that. But that will get you a good start. Somebody says, can I change my entire store to a niche store from a combined store? You can, but why, is the question. You initially want to start off with a mixed store so that you can test different products in different niches. And then once you get one that hits, what you want to do is move that over to a niche store and start building products and building stuff around that particular product that worked for you, and go back to your mixed store and find more niches. That's what you want to do. So ideally, once you find a niche that works, you add a whole bunch of related products, move on to another niche and another niche and another niche, and you keep layering and building these things, and that's how you're going to really scale and make a lot of money. Guys, we're nearing the end. I could probably take 1 or 2 more questions. If my voice doesn't give out, I'm kind of sorting through here. I've got a lot of stuff. If you have anything related to what we talked about, that creative hub, you can stick that in there. Somebody is asking, can I use the exact images of somebody else? No, you can't, unfortunately. Now, I will tell you that there are stock images that Facebook has in there. You may not realize that, and you can use some of their images, but you can't just take somebody else's image. If you do that, you can have some, violations there, so that's not good. Let's see. It's certainly a buzz to see the first results. Yes, it is. I got to tell you, when my first sales was like $10, and I was like, oh my God, somebody sent me money online. Do you see this? I was running around the house, and at the time I was a single dad. My kids are looking at me like, well, how much did you make? And I'm like, $10. And they're like, Dad, my allowance is that. And I know, but I said, yeah, but you don't understand. If I can make it once, then I can make it over and over again. Okay. Somebody's saying they're in the right direction. Yes, Tanya, you are. I don't want to pay for another store though with all the bills. Okay. Well, you stick within your budget. Somebody's saying they have a tighter budget. I understand that. So what you do is you stick with your mixed store. They don't want to start a niche store. Stick with your mixed store and just keep trying products until you get ones that work. And see, the thing is, once you get 1 or 2 that work, that will pay for that new store. So that's the whole key there. It's not costing you any money. So you guys have been great today, man. You've had great questions. You've got a lot of energy. If you got something out of it, let me know. Tell me what you're thinking. Put some stuff in the comments there. Hey guys, I live for these comments. So if you're one of those people not commenting, shame on you. You got to comment. I got to hear from you, right? I got to know that you're liking stuff. If you're doing that, then I keep going, right? I show up on Fridays because I'm not getting paid for this. This is a freebie for you. And if I don't have people that show up or ask questions, which we've done really well there, I'm not complaining about that. But then it makes me feel like not doing it. Okay. So I think thank you, Ronald. Good to see you, buddy. He's one of my coaching clients. I see a couple of my coaching clients there. And somebody's coming to my office, so my dog's going to bark in just a second. She is protecting me. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I really appreciate everybody being here. Feel free to join the group, ask questions in the group, send me questions, and I'm heading off to lunch. Thank you, Anton. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Muhammad. I appreciate all the interaction, and you guys have an awesome, awesome day.